Well, hey there everybody, I'm Abby from Abby Kirsten Collections, and today we are discussing Cricut machines, all of them. I am giving you a full comparison of the Cricut Maker machines, the Explorer machines, including the Maker 3 and the Explorer 3, and we're also going to talk about the Cricut Joy machine. Over the years, I have built a pretty big community of crafters, and along the way, I have received a lot of frequently asked questions for my crafts. By far, one of the most common questions I get is, what is the best Cricut machine to buy? And with the new edition of the Maker 3 and the Explorer 3 recently, crafters that are new to the Cricut world are overwhelmed with even more choices and questions when it comes to purchasing a Cricut. Maybe you're a hobbyist and you're looking to join the world of Cricut crafts for fun, or maybe you're someone who is thinking of starting a craft business and you need to know which machine is going to serve your crafting needs best. Today, I will compare the Cricut Maker and the Explorer machines, and I will also compare the original Maker and Explorer 2 to the new Maker 3 and Explorer 3 machines. We'll also talk about the Cricut Joy machine and what it can cut and what it cannot do for you compared to the full-size machines. If you would like my complete buyer's guide to purchasing a Cricut machine and a printable comparison chart, then follow the link in the corner of this video or below in the video description, and you can download that comparison chart and guide for free on abbykirstencollections.com. So the fastest way to sum up the difference between the Maker and the Explorer is this. The Explorer machine and the Maker cut over 100 plus of the same compatible materials, but the Cricut Maker cuts an additional 200 plus material options because of the more powerful motor and the advanced compatible tool suite like the Quick Swap tool system. So let's now discuss each machine in detail, and let's compare each machine to the other. Let's go ahead and start with the Explorer 2 machine, which is the oldest model that is currently still being sold by Cricut. So let's take a closer look to it. Okay, so let's start with the Explorer Air 2. The Explorer 2 is the oldest model of Cricut still being sold in stores and on their website. The Explorer 2 is still a fabulous machine. One of the big selling points of it is that it is a lower price point than all of the other machines. So if you're on a budget and you're dying to have a Cricut machine, but you just can't swing the higher priced machines, then the Explorer 2 may be a great fit for you. The Explorer 2 can cut over 100 types of materials, and it is Bluetooth enabled, so you can do wireless when you're in your craft space and you don't have to have cords plugged into your computer or your device. It works with Cricut Design Space. You can do the full print and cut functionality, and you can write and score with the machine in addition to cutting the machine. You will notice with the Explorer 2, unlike all other current models of machines being sold, that it does have a dial here on the top. The dial was put on the top of the machine here for you to be able to easily turn and select the most common materials that are used, like paper and vinyl and heat transfer vinyl. It also has the ability to turn the dial to custom so that you can select many other materials inside of Cricut Design Space. You'll just have to set that dial to custom before you select those materials on your computer or your device. It has a power button, still the same as all the other machines, and then it has our double arrow button, which allows us to load and unload the mat, the Cricut icon button, which is your go button when you're ready to proceed with the cut, and the pause icon when you need to pause your cut and unload your mat for any reason. Over here on the right hand side of the machine, you have a tool holder, and then you also have the ability to input cartridges. Now, because this is their oldest model still being sold, they still had a cartridge slot put into this machine. The cartridges were for the older models that are no longer sold, the Expressions machines and the Expressions 2. Back before there was Design Space, there was what we call cartridges, and that is where all the images used to be stored. Now we do everything digitally in a cloud, so there is no need to have those. If you're upgrading from an older machine, then this could be beneficial to you. However, if you're not interested in Explorer 2 and you're upgrading, but you have a lot of cartridges, you can still have them loaded into your Design Space account by Cricut. You'll just have to give them a call, even if you purchase a different model of machine. Below the cartridge slot, there is your open button. So if you press that, it will open up the Explorer 2 machine. And inside, you'll see your warehouse here. This is where your blade will go, your fine point blade, and your tools in clamp B, and in clamp A, where your scoring stylus or your pen would go to have your machine right for you. And then down here, we have our tool storage as well. So the Explorer 2 is great for you if you're on a budget, you don't care about having access to every single tool that Cricut offers, and you're looking to do a variety of vinyl and paper craft projects, and you're also looking for the possibility of purchasing your machine in a very specific color, because the Explorer 2s have been around longer. They have produced these machines in a large variety of colors. They have almost every color of the rainbow. So if that's something that's important to you, then the Explorer 2 may be a good option. So now we've made it to the Explorer 3, and the Explorer 3 is very similar to the Explorer 2 with a couple of main exceptions. First, the Explorer 3 does not have a dial on the top. They have done away with that. You will choose all of your materials in Cricut Design Space, so there's no setting any dial. Second, you will notice that it has a nice powder coat finish to it, which I really love. You will also notice the button over here does not say open, it just has little 4 dots on it, and you'll push it to open the machine. So what's the main difference between the Explorer 3 and the Explorer 2? So the Explorer 3 does cut faster than the Explorer 2. It also allows you to use smart materials. You will notice there is a sensor here on our Explorer 3 machine, which means we will be able to load smart materials and we'll be able to cut them up to 12 feet in length. So that is the beauty of the Explorer 3, is the smart materials, the faster cutting, and the fact that you can cut without a mat. The warehouse here in the middle looks very similar to the Explorer 2, they just changed some of the colors, a little bit of it there. So why would you purchase an Explorer 3? Well, it is a lower price point than the Maker machines. It cuts over 100 materials. It does allow you to use smart materials, and it does cut faster. You can still do things like writing and scoring and print and cut projects, and it still has a huge range of functionality. Just like with the Explorer 2, it also is Bluetooth enabled, and it does work across all compatible devices, such as desktop, iOS, and Android devices. One additional benefit of having the Explorer 3 over the Explorer 2 is also the fact that they have provided a little slot here for your mobile device, such as your phone or your tablet. When you're crafting, they now have a place to place that right here on the front of the machine, whereas the Explorer 2 did not. Alright, so now we've made it to the Maker machine, the original Maker machine. There is the Maker 3, which we are going to get to next, and then there is the Maker machine. So the Maker machine is probably the most widely owned machine as of right now. And it is still a fabulous machine because it works with all the current quick swap tools and all of the main tool suites that Cricut offers right now. It is the second newest machine, and it is still a much more powerful machine than the Explorer or the Explorer 3. The Explorer 2 or the Explorer 3, the Maker is still superior to them. If we open up our Maker machine, it has a lot of similarities in it as far as we still have clamp A and clamp B, but you will notice it just looks a little bit different because they had to build the warehousing differently since it is a more powerful machine than the Explorer machines. We also have our buttons over here, which is our load and unload button, power buttons, and our Cricut icon go button and the pause button. We have our tool storage here on the bottom and on the sides, and a place to put our mobile devices here on this little slot. So basically, the Maker machine can do everything the Explorer 2 and Explorer 3 can do, and much more. Alright, so we have now arrived at the Maker 3. The Maker 3 is basically the Cadillac of Cricut machines. If you are wanting to buy the best machine currently available on the market, then the Maker 3 is going to be it for you. So let's talk about some reasons why you might want the Maker 3. Number one, it is the best machine that they offer. Number two, the Maker machine will work with all current tools, meaning it will work with the current quick swap tools, it'll work with the rotary blade, and since this is their newest model of machine as of right now, any new tools that they come out with, it will definitely be compatible with them without a doubt. So those are some main reasons why you might want to consider the Maker 3. The Maker 3 also cuts long projects, so you'll be able to use the smart materials and you'll be able to cut up to 12 feet in length. So when you open up the machine, you will notice once again, just like with the Explorer 3, that there is a little sensor that's right on the inside of the machine there, and this sensor allows the smart materials to be cut out on this machine. So it has been made so that it can read where the smart materials are on the machine, and it will allow it to be cut in 12 feet length, and it will be able to be cut without a mat if you use those smart materials. You'll also notice that the inside of the Maker 3 is very similar to the original Maker. You still have the same clamps here where you'll put in your blades or your quick swap tools, or you'll put in your pens or your scoring stylus. And then over here we have the same buttons as before, but they did just change the way they looked a little bit. So we have our power button, our double arrow button, which allows us to load and unload the mat. And then instead of having the Cricut icon button, which is the one that we push when we want to proceed with the cut, it has a play button now. And then there's that pause button that allows you to pause the cut if you need to unload your machine for any reason. The Maker 3 also cuts up to 2 times faster than the original Maker machine. So if time is a factor for you in your crafting, then that may be a key functionality of this machine that you want to consider when you're in the market for a Cricut machine. All right, so let's talk about the Cricut Joy machine. The Cricut Joy machine is well known for its small size and its portability and its ease of use for fast, quick projects. So if that sounds like something that is important to you, the portability, the small compact size, and quick fast projects, then the Cricut Joy may be a good starter machine for you. Now it's important to note that the Cricut Joy machine cannot do nearly the same stuff as the full-size machines, mostly due to its size. So they can only put so much mechanics in such a small machine. So the Joy machine has still many benefits to it. First, it is a lower price point than the full-size machines. It is portable and has a small size, and it is still compatible with Cricut Design Space and will work with all of your devices. It also does work with compatible smart materials, meaning you can cut without a Joy mat. You can still load materials onto the mat, but you can also cut without a mat using those smart materials. It will also let you cut many feet in length, so if you want to do really long projects, then the Cricut Joy machine can also work really well for you. It is 100% Bluetooth enabled, meaning that you will do everything through your device, from pushing the go button to loading the mat, unloading the mat. All of that happens on your device, phone, iPad, or computer. There are actually no buttons on the machine whatsoever. The Joy machine itself will cut and write for you. It cannot do scoring. It cannot do any of the engraving or thick materials because of the small size, but it can cut, it can write, and it can use the foil tool. They have recently released a Cricut Joy foil tool so that you can foil things with your machine. One of the other benefits of the Cricut Joy machine is for card making. They have specifically designed the machine to where it can come with a card mat, and you will be able to make custom cards for all occasions very quickly. So if you're into vinyl and paper crafts, and that is where your heart and soul of crafting is with a Cricut machine, then the Cricut Joy machine may be a perfect fit for you. It's also a great machine to have as a sidekick to a large full-size machine, so that if you're on the go with your family or you're traveling and you don't want to bring your full-size machine but you want to have something to craft with, then bringing the Cricut Joy along can be a great option for you. Alright, so we have now discussed all of the current models of the Cricut machines. I hope this has helped you, and if you would like that printable buyer's guide, just download it below in the video description or click the link in the corner of this video to get it. If you want to know exactly where I purchased the machines from, you can get them on the Cricut website, you can get them on Amazon and in craft stores, and I have links for them directly below this video, so you can click right over to them and pick out the machine of your choice. I really hope this has helped you, but if you have further questions for me, feel free to leave me a comment below, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you might have about which machine may be best for your crafting needs. Thanks for watching. See you next time.